Hey everyone, it's Matt Easton with Multifamily Traffic, your friend in apartment marketing. The Property Manager Insider team has asked me to give their fans, their readers, their followers 5 apartment marketing hacks that will drive more leases. This is a subject that's near and dear to my heart and a list that I've been working on for over 10 years in apartment marketing. So without further ado, let's get started. Apartment marketing hack number 1. Information is power, and it's free if you know where to look. The aim of apartment marketing is to understand the renter so well that the property and the unit fits them perfectly and sells itself. The best way to know and understand the renters in your market is to know and understand what they're searching for online when they're looking for an apartment. This is the exact big data buyer search analysis that helps Amazon sell $177 billion worth of product every year. Amazon doesn't guess at what shoppers are searching for online. They know exactly what people are typing into Google letter by letter, what they're putting into their search bar, what they're asking Siri, what they're asking Google Assistant, Alexa, you name it. Google is spot on with exactly what's being searched for. And they make sure that their products come up first in those search engines. For example, let's say you're looking to sign leases in San Antonio, Texas. Just how important is that TX when it comes to finding hot, local, qualified renters looking for an apartment in San Antonio, Texas? I'd ask you to take a guess, but the people in the marketing departments of Amazon, Apple, and Walmart didn't do a combined $907 billion in sales last year by guessing at what people are searching for. And neither should you. Okay, so here's the answer. Last month, 5,400 people typed into Google apartments in San Antonio, TX, or Texas. Pretty awesome, right? Well, that is awesome, but what's more awesome is 27,100 local renters typed in apartments in San Antonio. So by ranking for the keyword without the TX, you naturally capture, what is that, almost 22,000 more renters coming and looking at your property website. Everyone searches Google for an apartment, and knowing exactly what renters are searching for is what separates the winners from the losers when it comes to leasing more apartment units. The best part is you don't have to have a key card and a security clearance to a data center at Google to know exactly what renters are searching for in your market. You can use free tools like semrush.com, or if you're not that techie, you can always call our office at 888-683-5885. Our team is always happy to run free research for any community. Apartment marketing hack number 2, make sure that your property is in a position to win. It is easier than you think to be top of Google search. The first 3 rules of real estate are location, location, location. Yet search Google for apartments in pick any city you want, and you'll quickly notice that many portfolios and properties have simply given up on their location on Google, and they're not putting their properties in a dominant position to bring in the renters to give them the cash flow and the occupancy that they need to thrive. It's almost like the entire multifamily industry has collectively given away their power and their sovereignty to internet listing sites like apartments.com, For Rent, Craigslist, Trulia, Zillow, and HotPads. Portfolios invest tens of millions of dollars and assume risk into an asset, and then, without even trying, submit to third parties, paying them billions of dollars to sell them back the traffic that was theirs to begin with in the first place. Remember, you searched apartments in, not apartments listing sites, and yet it's only apartment listing sites that are doing the hard work necessary to show up on the first page of Google. This is your traffic to begin with. You need to reclaim it. What most property managers and apartment marketers don't understand is that it's easier than you think to position your property in the top search results of Google and get those hot qualified renters calling your leasing office before going anywhere else. Multifamily Traffic is the leading apartment marketing partner in the industry to do just that. Get your apartment community in front of renters. Our month-to-month SEO and Google AdWords campaigns are simple, risk-free, and easy to set up, and they bring you the best traffic that converts into leases. Apartment marketing hack number 3, don't be your own business blocker. 68% of apartment communities actively inhibit renters from contacting the leasing office. More than 2/3 of apartment communities suppress leases in one of the following ways. Lack of a clearly posted phone number on each page of the community website. I want you to pause the video and check your apartment community website. Can you find the phone number? The ideal position on a desktop is in the upper right-hand corner. The ideal position for mobile is right in the upper middle section of the page. Make sure your phone number's there. Lack of a clearly posted and correct address on your property website. I can't tell you how many times I go to a community website and think, man, this community's awesome, I want to live there. How do I get there to go sign a lease? I can't find the address. Check your website, make sure it's easy to find your address and it's the correct address. Not some construction address you had 3 years ago, the correct address for the leasing office. Calls to the leasing office being answered by a cumbersome, automated system rather than a live person. Calls not being answered within the first 3 rings. Now this one is tricky because a lot of you portfolios are doing call tracking software, and what you don't realize is that call tracking software, if not set up properly, could add 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional rings that the leasing agent doesn't even hear before it rings to them. So when they pick up on the first ring, that renter has sat through 8 rings. Totally unacceptable. Audit your properties. Regional managers, I'm talking to you. I want you to once a week call the leasing offices of each of your communities and make sure that that phone is being answered in a timely manner. If you need a benchmark on this, call our office. Multifamily Traffic's number is 888-683-5885. Our calls are always answered within 3 rings by a bright and cheery, excited representative that's ready to help. And if they're not, I want you to reach out to me and let me know, because we're gonna have a meeting with somebody that's gonna be the not so good kind of meeting. Bottom line is you are responsible for your property's customer experience. So you should regularly be auditing your website to make sure that the phone number is correct, that the address is correct, and doing those audit calls that I spoke of to make sure that that resident, potential resident experience is up to par. Apartment marketing hack number 4, a federated NAP is critical to your community's success. What are you talking about, NAP? All right, let's get nappy. NAP stands for name, address, and phone number. Each property must have a correct and unified name, address, and phone number across 100 plus different business listing sites on the internet. Whether you manage a single property or an entire portfolio, the name, address, and phone number and how it's listed across the internet can be the difference maker between your property soaring to 97% occupancy and failing to make the grade when it comes to getting more leases. The best part is you don't have to guess at these business listing sites, and you don't have to go to them to see if your name, address, and phone number is listed properly. I'm gonna put a link right here at the bottom of this video. I'm opening up our data center. All you have to do is put in your name, address, phone number for your property, and it will scan all of those business listing sites and give you a free PDF so that if there's problems, you can reach out to those listing sites and correct them. Now that's something that we do for our clients for free, but the first step is just knowing if those problems exist. So go ahead and click on that link below, enter your property information, We'll get you all the data in only a matter of seconds. Apartment marketing hack number 5. Make positive reviews a part of your culture. Passively waiting for a resident to give your property a positive review online is a recipe for disaster. In order for a prospect to sign a lease with you, they've got to be certain about 3 things. Number 1, the unit. Number 2, the leasing agent. And number 3, the property itself. If one of those 3 things is off, you're not getting the lease. A prospect can fall in love with the unit and completely trust the leasing agent. But when they go and do their homework, if they see a review that says, this property is where the bed bugs and the convicted felons come to fight with each other, it's game over. You're not going to get that lease. The best way to handle and foster positive reviews is to ask renters to leave a positive review about the community the moment they sign the lease. They're never going to be happier about the unit, the leasing agent, and the property than the exact moment they agree to sign a lease with you. Now here's the trick. People get anxiety, and they especially get anxiety if you give them a homework assignment. So keep it simple. Give them crystal clear instructions about what's the best review site, whether it's Google, whether it's Yelp, or somewhere else. Give them instructions on how to get to that review site, and then encourage them to keep it simple. Hey, just write down the single one thing that you liked best about the property. If you do that, it makes it easy for them to go on and leave a stellar positive review for you. There you have it, my 5 apartment marketing hacks to drive more leases. I hope they help you. And as always, if you need more hot qualified renters calling the leasing office, reach out to Multifamily Traffic. Our corporate office is 888-683-5885. Whatever you need, we're here for you. Be great and get those leases.